Boo Jimmy's Lock of the Week.
Ooh, that's a big lock, all right.
Big lock.
I went 4-1 last week.
I know.
Look at me go. We did really well last week. I'm back to 500, 20-20 on the season.
You rallied.
Had a
last
big
2
week
weeks.
last week.
Yeah.
The Falcons game was the only one I watched last week, which is obviously devastating. Dude, the touchdown to DJ Moore is just heartbreaking. Not as heartbreaking as it was for the Panthers, but so I'm 20-20 on the year. I don't feel good about any of these. Okay.
Good start.
I'm starting with the Jets plus 12.5 against the Bills. The Jets defense has been pretty good this year, and 12.5 points is a lot of points. So I'm just betting on the Jets being able to keep this thing somewhat close because I do think their defense has been pretty damn good. We talked about the Titans being the third best defense in the league in EPA per play over the last 4 weeks. The Jets have been number one. So 12.5 points against a defense that's playing that well, I think is a ton.
Do they have sidebar? Jets defense is another unit. It's so much fun to watch. Quentin Williams. They have the other
Sauce.
Quincy Williams, a linebacker. Sauce is for sure the leader in defensive player of the year. Carl Lawson's back.
There's a chance that Zach Wilson just melts into a puddle during this game.
Yes.
But even if the final score is 24-14, still not 12.5 points. So even if the final score is 20-12, right?
Yeah.
Still 12 points is a lot of 12.5 is a lot of points for defense.
Is that what you're saying?
4 field goals.
Can they generate 4 scoring drives? Though
That's probably ambitious. All right. Vikings minus 3.5 at Washington. I don't know if the Vikings are good. I think the Vikings are at least a field goal and change better than Washington.
Washington just seems like everybody's bogey team. Like it's betting against Washington. I've already had enough heartbreak on this. I'm avoiding that one.
All right, I got Seahawks plus 1.5 against the Cardinals. Seahawks playing very well. Their defense, I was very impressed with their defense while watching that Chargers game. I know the Chargers are not fun to watch on offense, but the Seahawks are playing much, much better defensively. So I plus 1.5. I'm taking the fact that they're getting points against the Cardinals. I'm taking that. We just talked about the Titans defense. I think the Titans defense is playing really well. I'm taking them plus 12.5 against the Chiefs. That's a lot of points. Again, don't feel good about that, but just think it's a ton. And I'm taking the Ravens minus 2.5 against the Saints because I don't know. The Ravens are playing pretty well right now.
Yeah, I went 5-0 last week, which I'm pretty happy about.
Yes.
I know. I had to double check that. 24-16 on the season. We're getting there. So I'm on the opposite side of a couple of these than you, Robert. I'm the Bills minus 12.5 at the Jets. I don't know. I just don't think the Jets offense will be able to do much against the boa constrictor defense. Mm-hmm. So it really becomes on the other side of the battle is how well that Jets defense can play against an offense that, stubbed their toe a couple times last week, but they're really figuring some stuff out on that offense. It's really fun to watch the run game the last few weeks, and Josh Allen is Josh Allen. So it's a lot of points, but I'm still going with it. If it happened a couple weeks ago, maybe not. But now, loser leaves town match. Not only am I watching it, I am betting on it. I love my cage matches. I want to see Mankind getting tossed off the top of the Hell in a Cell. I'm going Bucks plus 2.5. Hosting the Rams. I was taking whoever's getting the points.
Minus 2.5. So the Bucks are minus 2.5.
Minus 2.5. I just went against what I'm saying here. Rams plus 2.5. I'm sorry. I got to switch that. Rams plus 2.5. Taking whoever's giving the points here. Just think this is going to be an ugly rock fight. I do think that Bucks defense is mighty good. But I think it's going to be a low scoring game where it's just going to be a rock fight. So I'm just going to whoever gave the points there. Now, home favorite here, Patriots minus 5.5 hosting the Colts. I'm just betting against the Colts. That's my strategy here. Betting against the Colts.
Great choice.
Yeah, it works. It works.
That works. And I think the Patriots team, just because we got caught up in the Bailey Zappi, Mac Jones discussion, I think the offense is efficient enough. And I do think that defense makes it really tough, especially against a unit that's not doing well. I'm also on with the Seahawks. I do think they're playing well. Defense has picked up, especially in this past month. They're one of the better defenses too in the last few weeks. And I think Geno is playing legit ball. It's not just a fun story. Geno is playing exceptional football right now. Like he would legit Pro Bowl level quarterback play from there. I think it's a good offense. So I'm going to I can't believe that they're actually getting points. Then going with the Saints, I'm on the opposite side of this one. I have no idea what to make of the Saints. I do think that they match up defensively decently against this Ravens offense as far as how they like to have guys off the ball. If I go against the run game, they're fine kind of having some heavy bodies in there. I like the linebackers for the Saints. I think that matches up well against that Ravens offense. So I'm going with the Saints plus 2.5, also at home in the Superdome. So that's where I'm going with that one.
There we go. There we go. Before I give my picks, I just got to say, like, I feel like this hat looks kind of ridiculous, but Robert, you have an excellent head of hair. Nate, your hair is totally fine. And I've got like classic 38-year-old male pattern baldness. So I got to do something. I can't just pop in the end of the show and bring the hair game
look
way
great,
down.
buddy. Don't worry about it.
Fine. You look great.
I just want to say that. I see it all. But I also see the picks 4-1 for me again last week. So that's 27-13 on the season. One game off the overall lead. Nate, I'm with you on two of these. The ones against Robert. I'm also on the Bills minus 12.5. Bills have won 4 games by double digits this season. The 2 wins they have that weren't by double digits were at Baltimore and at Kansas City. And their one loss was to a 5-3 Miami team that they outgained them by 200 yards in. So I feel pretty good about the Bills being able to handle the Jets A-OK. I'm also on the Saints plus 2.5. Something is happening with this offense. With the move to Andy Dalton doesn't feel necessarily right before it happens, but they've unlocked Alvin Kamara in the passing game over the last 2 weeks, and that's been one of the most consistent things for this team for so long. And so getting Kamara as their number 1A receiver alongside Chris Olave has been very good for them. I think they can bring that to bear against the Ravens. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints there. Dolphins minus 4.5 against the Bears. Bears trade out Roquan Smith. They trade out Robert Quinn. I think they're going to have a whole lot of trouble slowing down what Miami has been able to do really all season when they've had a healthy Tua. So I like that one a little bit. I'm going to take the Lions plus 3.5 against the Packers. The Packers over 2 months of this season have shown us nothing to think they should be favored by 3.5 points on the road against almost anyone. And I like what that Lions run game could potentially do against the Packers run defense that you guys have talked about quite a bit on this show this season. So I'll take the 3.5 there. Hope that the Lions can keep it within a field goal. And then finally, I'll be honest, you guys, my main reason for picking this last one is because we have to make 5 picks. Jaguars plus 1.5 at home against the Raiders. I think they win. They've been within one score in basically every loss. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going anywhere near
basically every loss. So why the hell not? Give me the Jaguars.
I love that, and I'm changing my pick back. I'm going with the Bucs and giving the points. I can't bet on that Rams team right now. I just talked myself out of it as I was talking. I'm like, why would I ever do this? No, so I'm going with the Bucs minus 2.5.